Hi, this is a quick video about Millenium style 909 kicks. I can show you the end result before we start, so let's see if I'm worth of your time. I tried to go for the really old school sound, as you probably can hear. Let's check out the process or how I did it. I'm using the Drama Zone as a 909 generator, as the most of the people use. If you are not lucky enough to have the Drama Zone, because it is really expensive, and I did get this plugin for Plugin Boutique for free. It was like the free gift of the month. When you buy something cheap or anything literally from the shop, you can get something. And I did grab this one because I was thinking like I'm probably going to need this because I'm making hardcore. I'm gonna turn on the effect so you can hear what I'm doing here. You can see what I'm doing here. You can really get many different sounds out of this. The thought process is more than simple. I'm trying to use the most simple EQ plugin. This is a free plugin from Voxengo. You can check out the name of the plugin over here. And for the distortion, I'm not actually using distortion per se. I'm using preamps. I'm using the Blood Overdrive preamp, and I'm using the Decimort preamp. Decimort has a really nice high quality preamp in my opinion. I have a really cheap analog mixer from Behringer. It is like a 6 or 7 channel mixer with 3 band EQ and 1 compressor for every slider. And I did run the kick that you did here, like this kick, through the mixer after I added all the effects digitally. It kind of made the sound warmer, if you can say so. It removed kind of the high frequencies, and it's more pleasant to hear this kick for now. But if you don't have that option for you, you can just use EQ to mix out those nasty frequencies and try to saturate it with nice subtle saturation plugins, because this sound is really nasty and it is what I like. But in the mixing phase, I probably would use EQ and some nice saturation plugins to make it sound more pleasant. I'm going to give this chain away, but I'm quickly trying to explain you guys why I even make this video. The reason is, in the digital domain, we sometimes forgot specific and different things, and I haven't seen many tutorials using this kind of technique. At least I haven't seen. I don't really watch that much tutorials anymore, but when I did try to get to know how to make these kicks, I didn't see this technique. So, in summary, EQ and preamp. EQ and preamp. This is the same way that people made kicks in early 2000s with analog mixers. I think they had many different mixers in serial, and they did run the audio through all of the mixers, and they just used the EQs in the mixer, cranked the volume from the slider before the EQs, and at the time that was the EQ distortion method to use. But in today's domain, we have the digital option, of course, and nobody really makes kicks like that anymore. So this is the way to achieve the old school sound, and I've been looking for this way for a long time, 2 years maybe for now. And I finally realized to try the most simple things like this one, and it actually works. I know this kick is not the best kick, best old school kick probably, but I believe that you guys can hear the possible opportunities to use this kind of chain, and you can manipulate these options endlessly. And in my opinion, if you automate one of these bands and try to come up with something nice, you can get really nice sounds out of this. I'm not doing this because this little project was me trying to get the old school sound the most simplest way, and this is the simplest way for me at least. Because if you start using like really graphic parametric equalizers like we have in FL Studio or the Pro Q3, you tend to go more crazy than you actually need to. But I think that is the way to achieve the modern sound in hardcore and stuff like this. But this is the way to achieve the Millenium sound easily. You can of course use the parametric EQ and stuff like this, but as you can see, when you use this EQ, you go really crazy with the shapes, and this is not representing the old school kind of way of working. So if you're trying to achieve something specific, always before trying anything, try to look for example, in this case, I tried to look for what did these guys have at the time, what did they do? And if you have some knowledge in FL Studio and music making, you can try to emulate that digitally or even with real gear that I also tried, but I didn't have enough patch cables to patch all the mixer channels, so I probably need to get more of those cables, and I can make these kind of kicks with only this one mixer probably. It will be nice to try, and if I do it, I'm going to make a video about it if it works. Yeah, so that's the video. Have a nice evening and goodbye.